All right, let's talk about registering for your Peak to Peak events as a Peak to Peak club for this season. Okay, first I'm going to log into my membership or into my USA Bracketing account. Once I've logged in, I'm going to find the event. I can find the event by going through and either doing a search for Colorado events. We're going to use Gold Diggers here, so we're going to go Diggers Gold. And then once I'm added as a team admin for this event, I'll see I have a team admin box up at the top, and then my normal follow and general information. All right, follow is where you're going to find your brackets and all that stuff as the tournament gets built out. But for now, we just want to register, so we're going to go through this team admin. If I click on the instructions, it's going to tell me exactly what Jay wants as far as when the registration is going to close for the team rosters, and that gives me my deadline as to when I have to have my rosters in by. Okay. After that, I can click on my register, and from here, I can register my athletes. Before we do that, we want to make sure we have our athletes in place. So I'm going to go up here to the top. I'm going to click on my name, and then I'm going to go to my orgs. Okay. In another video, we've already showed you how to add your org and link it to your membership club to be able to pull in all your members, all your wrestling members. So I'm going to click on my Duran Wrestling Club, and then from there I'm going to go to athletes. And I can see I already have my athletes in here, but if I want, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, we added some new athletes this week. They're in my club. They haven't been synced to bracketing yet. So I'm going to hit import again just to import those new guys into my club inside of bracketing so I can register them. Okay. All right, so we've done that. Now we've got them all taken care of. You can see where that went from 66 to 65 because someone has purchased membership that needed to be in there. Okay. Also, if people are in the inside of bracketing, they can actually go ahead and link to your team. And if you wanted to, you could go in here and approve those guys, clicking and approving them if they're part of your club, or you could delete the X and take them off your rosters because they're not part of your club. Okay, so you can always clean up your stuff that way. You should always do this step. Just come in here and verify this information at the beginning of the week before you start registering your kids for the Peak to Peak event. Okay, let's go back to that event now. I'm going to go back up here to the bracketing logo, and I'm going to see that I have my event Diggers Gold already there. So I'm going to click on that, and just like we talked about a second ago, we have our instructions, and from there we can go to our register. And now I'm going to go register an athlete. So as I register this athlete, I'm going to go. It's going to default to my profiles, which are the profiles I have under me. But what I really want to do is I want to go to my orgs, and I want to register the kids that are on my club. Okay. So now I can select the kids. I can go down the list and select my kids that are in my club. And so we're going to select, we'll just pick one here. Let's go with Landa, or we'll go with Lucas. Okay. So I'm going to choose Lucas. So we're going to register Lucas, and I'm going to continue. And then from there, it's going to give me Lucas's information, and I can choose his team as Team Duran. The first time you use the system, you might have to choose their club. After that, it's going to remember his club and be able to link him every time to Duran automatically. So we're going to have that right there. Let's choose Duran. If it is a girls tournament or a grade base for high school or the girls, you'll need to choose a grade. For any of the other age groups, you don't need to choose a grade. From a skill level, you can choose the skill level of the athlete, whatever that may be. And then you can enter that weight that he actually weighs as you want to in here. And we're going to say 105.5. Okay. Entering the weight here up until registration closes, you can edit these registrations for these athletes and change that actual weight. But up until registration closes, after that they're locked in. So if you ever need to come back in, say on Monday you knew what they weighed, and then on Wednesday they came in and needed to change the weight, you can do that as well. Okay. After I have my actual weight in, I'm going to save that weight. I'm going to choose the division that he's eligible for, 8U or 10U. High school boys is just a false thing here. It's going to go away. But this 8U and 10U, you can choose either of those. And then from there, I'm going to sign that waiver. And you can see that his weight class is going to be Madison Block, so we don't have to choose a weight. And then I'm going to continue. Okay? That puts him in here for his entries. I could add another entry if he was double bracketing. I could go in here again, add Lucas and put him in 10U, and continue. And now I can add him in both those divisions. And now I'm going to continue with Lucas and go on to my next guy. Okay? So now Lucas is on my transaction, and I can go register the next kid. Okay? I would do the same thing again, going through Duran Wrestling Club, pick another kid. We'll go with Alex here. Continue. Alex is on Team Duran. And we don't need a grade because he's a guy going to 8U or 10U. We can say whatever his skill level is. We can put in that weight again. 120.2. Save it. And then we can say, these are big kids for 6U and 8U, but there you go. So we can say that he's going to go into 8U. sign off on it, and now we can continue. And he's only in one weight class, all right, in one division. So that's how we can double bracket kids. We can put our kids in single. I can do this for each of my kids that are going to wrestle this weekend. Have them in here, and once it's done, I'm going to go complete transaction, and it's going to bring me to the spot where I can pay. And you can see that $25 entry fee for the guys, $10 for the girls divisions, and so you can get these guys and girls into cross multiple divisions as you want to order, and you're gonna hit pay now, enter that credit card info, and then they're in the tournament ready to go. Okay, just because they're sitting in your cart near your transaction items, they are not in the tournament until they're paid for. So make sure that you pay for them before that happens, because that's what counts against the numbers. Once the tournament's locked out, you won't be able to pay anymore because it will have reached its limit. And so make sure you're doing that stuff way ahead of time so you can get your kids in. Okay, and that's how you would enter your stuff. If you need to edit any items, you can come back and edit them, and then I could go back and edit this kid's division if I wanted to and say no, he was going to be a 6U. I could always edit them as well. I can always continue then and go back to complete that transaction if I messed up anything. So I can review everything on the screen, go through everything as I need to right there. All right. So that's how you order and get your kids into the event inside of Peak to Peak events this year. And so that's how you do your registrations.